Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. The goal of this workshop is to cover the grant application process for the Fertilizer Research and Education Program, FREP, and answer any questions that you may have about the application process or this year's funding priorities. During today's presentation, we will provide an overview of the FREP grant program and then dive deeper into the grant cycle. We will cover FREP's general grant timeline, how to submit your proposal, the proposal review process, and requirements for FREP grantees. FREP is part of the California Department of Food and Agriculture, and we reside in the Feed, Fertilizer, and Livestock Drug Regulatory Services branch, along with the Fertilizing Materials Inspection Program. FREP's mission is to advance agricultural, nutrient, and irrigation management practices through research, education, and outreach to promote agricultural productivity and protect human and environmental health in California. FREP is an industry-funded grant program and receives funding through a mill assessment on fertilizer sales. FREP serves many different groups in California agriculture, including farmers and ranchers, crop advisors, technical assistance providers, agricultural workers, agricultural supply and service professionals, and academic communities. Anyone is eligible to apply for a FREP funding with the exception that FREP does not support proprietary product development, testing, or promotion. FREP does not accept applications from outside of California. These proposals will be evaluated on a case-by-case basis. FREP started funding projects in 1990. Since then, FREP has supported over 280 projects across the state of California, covering nutrient and irrigation management in vegetable, field, tree, vine, nursery, and ornamental growing systems. FREP has also funded several crop-independent projects. A few recent examples of completed FREP grants include a research and demonstration project in the low desert on baby leafy greens and a demonstration project in California wheat. For more examples of FREP-funded projects, you can visit the FREP Grants page. The web page includes summaries of current projects and final reports for completed projects. This is a great resource to use while developing your proposal. Now that we've provided a brief overview of FREP, I'm going to discuss a typical grant cycle and priorities. In an average grant cycle, FREP funding supports 4 to 6 full proposals. Proposals can range from 1 to 3 years in length, with a maximum of $75,000 per year in funding for outreach projects and up to $100,000 per year for research projects. FREP also accepts proposals requesting additional time or funding. These requests will be considered on a case-by-case basis. FREP's priorities are divided into 2 funding categories: 1, outreach, education, and training, and 2, research and demonstration. The outreach category includes priorities focused on increasing the adoption of efficient nutrient and irrigation management practices and technologies through technical education. This category includes priorities such as the development of educational materials for non-English speakers and technical training for agricultural field staff. The research category is focused on investigating innovative practices and technologies and understanding processes related to nutrient and irrigation management. This category includes priorities such as filling knowledge gaps for improving nutrient and irrigation management in specific crops and evaluating nutrient loss pathways. FREP's request for pre-proposals, RFP, can be found on the FREP Grants webpage. The RFP lists the funding priorities and includes examples, important deadlines, and application instructions. Phase 1 of the grant timeline includes the submittal and review of pre-proposals. Pre-proposals are due in April. Specific application deadlines are provided in the RFP. Applicants will receive notification of the status of their application in February via email from frep@cdfa.ca.gov. Phase 2 is the submittal and review of full proposals. Full proposals are due in July. Specific deadlines are provided to applicants along with the full proposal requirements. Applicants will be notified via email in October. Once you receive notification that your proposal has been recommended for funding, FREP will initiate the grant agreement process. Once the agreement has been completed, work may begin on January 1st. FREP funding cannot cover expenses from work conducted prior to the official project start date. Let's move on to the submittal process for pre-proposals. Once you have reviewed the RFP and drafted your pre-proposal, please ensure that you have met the following parameters before submitting. 1. Your proposal must meet one or more of the funding priorities. 2. Ensure your proposal includes a strong justification. 3. Proposals should contain clear objectives, hypothesis, and approach. 4. Each proposal should include plans for outreach and metrics for success. And 5. Be sure that you use the pre-proposal template. The pre-proposal template can be found on the FREP grant webpage. Once you have met all the parameters, your proposal is ready for submission. Pre-proposals not meeting the submission requirements will be returned to the applicants. Pre-proposals are due in April. The specific deadline for each grant cycle will be provided in the RFP. Please submit your pre-proposal via email to cdfa.frepgrants@cdfa.ca.gov. Late or incomplete submissions will not be accepted. You will receive receipt of your submission within 24 hours. Once pre-proposals are submitted, they are collected and sent to the Fertilizer Inspection Advisory Board's Technical Advisory Subcommittee, or TASC, for review. The TASC is an expert scientific panel that is responsible for setting funding priorities, reviewing pre- and full proposals, and recommending proposals for funding. The TASC includes members from the academic community, fertilizer industry, public and government agencies, and the agricultural community. During the pre-proposal review process, the TASC will evaluate proposals on the following criteria. 1. Does the proposal address one or more priorities? 2. Does the proposal demonstrate strong scientific and/or educational merit? 3. Does the proposal provide a clear and concise overview of the project? And 4. Does the proposal use the provided pre-proposal template? TASC discusses the strengths and weaknesses of each pre-proposal and then decides which proposals to invite to the full proposal phase. Once the TASC has reached a decision, applicants will be notified via email. Along with the notification, applicants will receive feedback on their pre-proposal. Successful applicants are highly encouraged to incorporate the feedback they receive into their full proposal. Unsuccessful applicants are encouraged to use the provided feedback to strengthen their proposal for the next funding cycle. Successful applicants will also receive a full proposal template and guidelines to complete their proposal. When full proposals are submitted in April, they will be collected and sent to TASC for review. During the full proposal review process, the TASC will evaluate proposals on the following criteria. 1. Does the proposal have a strong justification? 2. Does the proposal contain clear objectives and hypothesis? 3. Does the proposal have a descriptive and appropriate work plan and methods? 4. Do the applicants have expertise and resources to effectively manage and evaluate the project? And 5, does the proposal include a reasonable and detailed budget? Task discusses the strengths and weaknesses of each proposal and then decides which proposals to recommend for funding to the Fertilizer Inspection Advisory Board. Successful proposals will receive information on the next steps, including a grant manual and instructions for initiating the grant agreement. Each grantee is responsible for providing progress reports and invoices to FREP. Guidelines and report forms will be provided by the FREP staff via email or through the FREP grant manual. For invoices to be processed, progress reports must be submitted in a timely manner. Each FREP grantee is responsible for conducting 3 outreach events a year for their project. Examples of qualifying outreach events include presentations at industry-focused meetings, field days, or articles in industry trade publications. Grantees are also required to contribute to and participate in the annual FREP conference by providing an interpretive summary for the conference proceedings and presenting their project findings at least once during the life of their grant. Thank you again for joining us today. We hope this overview of the FREP grant application process helped answer some of your questions, and we look forward to receiving your pre-proposals this year. If you have any questions, please email us at frep@cdfa.ca.gov.